We're making the general point that Britain is open for business. As you'll have seen from our posters around the town, we're promoting the fact that the UK is a staunch supporter of global free trade at a time when there's a rise in global protectionism, and there's a lot of worry here about the US-China trade spat, and we are making the point that as we leave the European Union, we will not be insular, we will be an outward-looking global Britain. So that's reassuring. And secondly, I'm obviously having a number of meetings with trade ministers from around the world. In fact, we'll be meeting with almost all of them in one big meeting, but I'm doing a lot of bilaterals to talk them through why we need to have continuity agreements with those countries just in case there is no deal when we leave the European Union. We're making good progress. Of the 37 or so agreements, they make up about 11% of UK trade. The top 5 of them make up 8 of that 11. So it's hugely disproportionate, and some of them are development agreements that give preferential access to the UK for some of the world's poorest countries. Some of them don't quite have the resource to be able to deal with the work. We're trying to help them with that. And 1 or 2 countries still refuse to accept that no deal is a possibility. And my message to them is, although it's unlikely, and although we're likely to reach a deal, we have to be prepared. The British government has made clear we want to avoid a hard border. The Irish government has said we want to avoid a hard border. The problem has been that the mechanism in the backstop that would actually provide us with that has the possibility of keeping the United Kingdom in a customs union against the will of the United Kingdom. That's a very small risk, but it is a risk, and that's one of the reasons why Parliament wouldn't agree to the deal in the House of Commons when it came to the meaningful vote. So the Prime Minister has said she wants to listen to find if there are ways of getting around that. Are there other mechanisms we could use to do that, exploring that with parliamentarians, the Irish government, with the EU, and she's made it very clear that no stone will be left unturned in her desire to ensure we can get a deal.